Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is gonna be a nice, simple, makeup routine, or my makeup routine, a tutorial for you guys as a beginner to a beginner. What I've learned wearing makeup for the last couple of months after I turned 15 and just kind of like growing up around makeup and girls and all that. I'm gonna give you my tips, my insights on everything, and I would say beginner friendly makeup tutorial because I am a beginner and I do this makeup, so 2 + 2 = 4, right? I meant to say 1 + 1 = 2, but anyways, yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. Yeah, let's get into it. The first thing I always start off with is moisturizer. I use the CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion because this feels like super lightweight. I have this one. I feel like it's too heavy for my skin. Also, it has oil. This one's no oils. And it's oil free. That's what I meant. I think it's super important to to moisturize before starting your makeup because, like, especially for concealer, I started doing this because my concealer wasn't, the difference between when I did it and when I didn't do it was like a drastic difference for my concealer. And then I realized, oh, I should probably just put this all over my face, not just my under eyes. So yeah, that's how that went. Yeah, there we go. Nice and moisturized, and I have a little bit of like peeling on my eyebrow, and I think my nose is fine now, but because we just went to the beach and I didn't even think I got sunburned, but apparently I did. And I knew on my nose, but it wasn't peeling until quite literally my sister got super sunburned and was peeling her whole face, but my nose, I thought it was fine. But then like I was laying in bed and I was like feeling my nose, like what the heck is on my nose? It does not feel normal. I wake up in the morning, it's like completely peeled because I was just like messing with it at night. Come to find out, I was like, it was like skin. And then apparently my eyebrow too kind of gone because of my moisturizer, but it's okay. Fun fact, it's actually nighttime right now, so I'm gonna go shower after this and do my skincare, so don't worry, I'll like exfoliate and take it all off. But anyways, I'm gonna quickly just do like kind of the stuff I do with my spoolie because my eyebrows are bothering me. There we go. I just gonna brush my eyebrows this way and then just flatten them at the top. They're clearly not like done right now. I get my eyebrows waxed, but they're clearly not done, but it's okay. We're just gonna bypass that. Okay, so now that we have all like the preparation stuff done, I'm going to, oh actually no, I don't. I put on chapstick before because it's quite literally any chapstick. I'm using like the Carmex Comfort Care Watermelon Blast so that it's nice and like moisturized and not like cracked whenever I'm done and put on my lip products. Okay, first thing I start off with, I don't do foundation. I don't even own foundation. I own 2 different skin tints. The e.l.f. Halo Glow and some other one by Milani, but I don't use them. The e.l.f. Halo Glow is too glowy for me. I don't really like the glowy look, and I just don't need a full face. So what I use 2 different concealers, the Tower 28 in the shade 5.5 HH, or the Maybelline New York Azurine in the shade 122. I don't think it has like a name, but yeah, this is more lighter coverage and like just lighter. This is what I used when I was at the beach. Like, it's just light and barely noticeable. This is like a matte, I think it's marketed as full coverage. For that reason, I quite literally only put a dot. And I've switched my brushes. Actually, I'm gonna move my cup because I can't see them over there. But I've switched my brushes. I used to use this one, which is it worked like a paintbrush, dude, I swear. But this one is what you're supposed to kind of use, like a more flat, not flat, it's a rounded-ish edge, but it's like more puffy and circly versus that was, whoa. I don't know why I only put concealer right there. Okay, here's the thing. I barely put any on my forehead because I feel like you can so tell whenever you wear makeup on your forehead. For me at least, it looks so bad and I hate it. I hate the feeling of it. I hate the look of it. Why do it, you know? I barely do that. I feel like it just adds like the tiniest little detail. If I'm using this, I'll even go like a full line right here and right here. I look glowy because I have a screen right there and a mirror right here. So if you see like white like that, anyways, because that was so much lighter coverage, but I don't want to like mix different concealers, and I don't need a full matte streak on my cheek, you know? I just do that to lighten. I'm going to do my eyes before they like dry because I'm not the type of person to let my like concealer or stuff sit. I have a mirror right here. Sit and like wait for it to dry or anything. Holy cow, I just like stroked this brush against it and it's so dusty. This side is. Oh my goodness. Also, I have like the tiniest amount of blush on already from the day. Yeah. Okay. I also used to hate putting like literally anything on my forehead. So I was so against putting concealer on my forehead at that. But after I did it one time, it genuinely lightens it so much. I blend it like max to here. I do not touch nothing up there. Also, my forehead is very textured. It's gotten better actually. But right here and right here are very textured. This I feel like I just used to always like bypass when I was washing my face or like cleansing my face because I forget I put makeup there. But here I don't know why it was like that, but it's getting better. Anyways, okay, now I'm gonna go in with bronzer. I use the Rare Beauty bronzer in Full of Life. I always like trying to twist it up at the top. Okay, I put this on right here, a light amount because I'm going to put it on more later. Drag it up, okay? I can never do these symmetrical. You see how slanted that one is, and then this one's like, this is a good angle. This is very probably start it a tiny bit lower and then a tiny bit more straight than that. But anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna blend it anyways. I'm going to do my nose just for the fun of it, but I don't usually do my nose. I think I will probably for school. It's just for fun. Honestly, I do my makeup for fun. I don't feel the need to do makeup. I just like makeup. Like I like that part of like being a girl. But yeah, like I don't feel like I need makeup. So this is genuinely just for fun. But oh my goodness, what just happened? Okay, anyways, I do 2 lines. If you don't want to do this, just do 2 lines. You can stop here, or you can do this part up here. Watch. Oh, that went straight into my eyebrow. Just gonna like that. Thinner lines probably, but just 2 lines and then that. If you want to take it a step further, draw like that, a little U, and then not on the like rim of your nose, but over here, do the tiniest little amount of bronzer. Trust me, you can skip this, but I don't recommend it. It makes a difference. I feel like it makes a really big difference. Okay, now you're gonna go in with, for if you're doing your nose thing with more concealer, I'm gonna start my nose now. I'm not gonna fast forward this part because I feel like y'all should see it. Dude, put the tiniest amount right here, okay? It should be like a line, but I have shaky hands. So put the tiniest amount, especially if you're using this concealer, because it's very like pigmented, it's full coverage. There's a lot. And then on the outside of your bronzer, here and here, and then a little dot on the inside of your thing, and then out here. That went straight on my bronzer. Anyways, with this, I do blend my concealer out with a brush, but I blend my bronzer out with my finger on my nose, or else with a brush. Okay. Try to keep, you could literally see the difference in my nose. It looks so weird in person, but where it's like peeling. Oh my goodness, that is so odd. Anyways, keep it where you applied the concealer, okay? Here, keep it in literally like the button of your nose. Don't drag it up here or anything. See? Barely blend. No, blend it out, but like barely take it anywhere else than where you put it. Literally, like blend it in place is the best way I can explain it. Then here, blend it more farther down here. I'm gonna have to reapply that bronzer anyways, but try not to touch the bronzer, just blend your concealer. I feel like, I know a lot of people will argue this like makes your nose look bigger, but do you not see, you cannot tell me you don't see a difference. It literally looks like a soup versus this just looks like a normal. Like, you can't tell me that it doesn't look different. You're really lying to yourself. Anyways, yeah, blend it down into here. So I like casually blended the bronzer into that as well. Don't do that. Try to keep them separated. Also, try not to blend up here. Blend it down in the tiniest bit out. Just literally in this crevice and out. But yeah, I feel like that just shrunk your nose. Like, again, I have no issue with my nose. This is just fun. Anyways, and this is the hardest part to keep in place because I feel like there's just so much product that I need to blend out. Just, you can even take some off on your hand. Ooh. Yeah, I literally brought out this cute pink mirror so I could do this. Actually, this works really well. That I'm not like leaning over. Do you guys see that? It's this mirror. Okay. Anyways, this one, see, I applied the perfect amount today. Literally just a tiny amount. And then it'll go a long way. See how I did not blend the bronzer yet? Keep it like that. This one's low-key easy because you just blend it into your eye at that point. You try to blend out the line between your bronzer and your concealer, but don't touch the bronzer yet. And this is also creating a good start to your eyeshadow base. Putting concealer on. I don't like literally putting concealer. I also don't carve my brows, but like literally putting concealer, I don't like doing that. So I just drag out whatever I'm using. Again, try not to blend it down. Blend it up and into your eye. Not your eye, your like eye socket up here. I don't know. But don't like blend it down here. Okay, and now that your concealer is all blended out, you can go in with your bronzer. If you have like a tiny brush you want to do this with, I have a tiny brush. I just don't want to do it with the brush. But you can. I don't know. I feel like it's just easier to control than taking like a huge brush. Like, this is my bronzer brush for reference. so would not work. And I'm like, I could bring a smaller brush, but I don't want to. This one, try not to connect it with this top, but you have to blend it somewhere, you know? I honestly don't even feel like I need to bring in more bronzer right here. I'll probably just use the residue from what's on my finger. But yeah, if you want, this is a really good way to shape your nose. No, but I was saying, like, it's okay if you don't completely blend out your concealer in the middle here, because you could just go in with your finger and kind of tap it out. Again, I don't think I'd do all this for school, like the concealer, like on my nose part, just because I don't got time for that. Realistically, I just get out of bed, get dressed, brush my teeth, put on my contacts, curl my lashes, put on blush, and go. I don't really have time for none of this other stuff, but I'm gonna make time this year. I am going to make time to actually like fully do my hair and like hairstyles I want, instead of just slick back, slick back, slick back. Okay, you already see like the definition. Crazy. I think it's the lighting making this side look blended, but I promise you it's blended. Also, that line is just my glasses tan. Don't worry about it. It's blended from up close. It doesn't look like harsh streaks. I also don't like unblended bronzer, so don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not gonna leave you hanging and keep it unblended. Okay, now we're gonna go in with our actual normal bronzer and just start patting. Okay, I left this here for way too long, but just patting it out. Clearly don't leave it this long. This is a cream bronzer, clearly, but this one, like, it's not staining really bad. Like, you can blend it out, but still probably do that and then do this, or vice versa. I'm just literally just patting it. I'm kind of always going in this motion, like upwards, never really like down. Literally just keep a consistent like patting and just always bring it up. I feel like I'm just bringing it back down and then dragging and then patting it up, bringing it back, patting it up, bringing it back down, patting it up, bringing it back down. Not really like patting it down, you know? Like, I just lightly hover the brush over. I don't do what I'm doing. It's like sticking. Okay. Yeah, you can definitely tell the difference in the way I placed it. This one is a little more sharper. It's making my face look sharper. This one was a little more like this, and it's making my face look like normal. So choose what way you want. This is actually really good. Perfect. Okay, there we go. I also don't put any cream products on my forehead because I just rather do just powder. Okay, now we're gonna go in with cream blush. Blush is my biggest thing, okay? My favorite makeup part is probably my eyeshadow and my blush. And fun fact, I love bright pink blush, the hottest pink you can get. For me, what I started wearing, like when I first started wearing anything, it was this hot pink blush. That was a jump scare on camera, but hot pink, not this one, this one. It is about to hit pan. It is bright pink. This is the blush. This is the brush that I use, stained from how pink it is, versus my other blush brushes that are a lot more tame. There's some liquid blush on there, but a lot more tame. And this has gotten tamed by other blushes. Anyways, I use the Rhode in the color Juice Box. This is the closest cream blush I can find. If anybody can find me like a very hot pink pigmented powder blush that's like really good, this is Sweet and Shimmer. So if anybody can find like a good brand, of it, please let me know. Anyways, again, it's very pigmented. I don't really mind putting a lot on though. And I do put blush on my nose. I don't do like the sun-kissed look. I do it like the cold winter look all year round. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with just this blush brush. It's slanted and puffy. Just easy blending. Okay, that's all blended out, and I just blended it again in like this motion, in a patting, not a swiping. Except for my nose, like, it doesn't really do anything if I pat, so my nose just goes into the brush. But anyways, that's just how I do it. I kind of keep it between here. My goal is to keep it closer to my birthmark, but I'm like, that never happens. Somehow my brush always gets placed right here. Like, basically, I'm basically doing this look that connects it to your nose and everything, but I don't have blush right here. Sometimes I feel like it's too far into my face, but I swear it just happens every time and I don't even try. Anyways, I still use the powder on top of this, so yeah, if you think that's it, it's not. Okay, I'm like never gonna do this nose thing again. I don't like concealer on my nose. Okay, next up is, let me think actually. Next up, I'm gonna do my highlighter. Just watch. I use a very odd brush. I use this. It's like a just pointed pencil brush. This focuses way easier than my camera. I'm filming on my phone because I could not for the life of me, dude. I literally have my lamp right here. I couldn't do this light. I don't like this light. I like white light. But I'm doing my makeup, I turn on this light and it just wouldn't look good with, like, I had my phone flashlight, I had this flashlight on my camera, I had my light, just the white lighting was not going well. Like, it just looked like I had flashlights in my face, which I did. It just wasn't working. The settings on my camera, I couldn't figure it out. And so if I turn on this light, then I look orange. So I decided my phone camera, and honestly I feel like low-key it sometimes is better quality, like one of these times, like this time. And I feel like you need good quality for like a makeup tutorial, so you could really see my face. I do the tiniest amount right here, and you'll see why later. And blend that in. I use the Revlon. What did I product it? Oh, I used the Revlon. Whoa, that's hair. The Revolution highlighter in the shade Make It Impact. This is like the old packaging. It's very beat up and doesn't shut. Traveling with it was a nightmare to the beach. Anyways, and then I'm gonna set it, and that's why I'm like, just stick with me. We're not done. Stick with me, okay? It'll make sense why I do my highlighter before. It's because I do a lot of highlighter, and I want to make sure the highlighter looks good. Like, you can see it and it looks good, but like it couldn't be shown. Like, I want to make it look like this. It does not look like this in person. I actually forgot to blend it, that's why. But it does not look like that in person. I want to make it look like that, but even more in person. Okay, anyways, I'm definitely a matte gal, but sometimes I question, like, maybe that's why it looks like, sometimes I don't like my makeup because it looks like I'm wearing like it's too matte. But I'm like, I came to the realization it's because it's too matte for me, even though I always say that I hate like not matte makeup. Like, I hate like glowy makeup on myself. But I'm like, dang, that actually might be what I don't like about it. I don't know. I've just only done matte makeup, so anyways, let me finish doing this. Oh, and make sure to go on your forehead because you put concealer there. At least put it anywhere you put concealer, okay? Okay. I do it on my blush because I need to dilute it a tiny bit, and because, again, I don't like it being too creamy and glowy. Yeah, actually, I liked it before I did that. Okay, that's crazy. Found that out. Cool. I'll stop. I'll stop doing that so much. Okay. So now we're gonna go in with our powder products, aka powder blush, and undo all that diluting that we did. I know some people drag it into their eye. I don't really like to do that because I already have like what I'm gonna be doing right there. Oh, I forgot I have stuff on my nose. I have eyeshadow I'm gonna put there, so why would I put blush there? But if you're not, that's a really easy, just like drag it into your eye. I honestly drag it right here. I've never seen anybody do that, but I feel like it's just really harsh right there, and so I like to, I'm like trying to keep them slouching. I try to blend it kind of literally into my under eye so that it's less harsh. In person, it's blush there. I don't know why there's like none in the camera. But yeah. Woo! I do that when it's like really harsh with the sides that doesn't have product. I often do this to like take away product. Does it actually do anything? I don't know. Okay, next, powder bronzer. I don't know why I did blush first. Put on your powder bronzer first. That's what I do. I feel like a lot of people do bronzer after, but I do it before. Anyways, I go in with the darkest shade of the Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder Palette by Essence. A lot of this is drugstore, by the way, but did I even put product on this? I don't know. But again, I just kind of go in right here, unharshes that blush line. Actually, I think it looks fine going in after. And I do a tiny bit. This is what I do. I don't put cream bronzer on. If I'm just doing it like normal, like actual what I normally do on my nose, I just do powder. Okay, that looks really weird on camera because my glasses tan. Like, it looks like there's bronzer right here. I promise you there's not. I don't know. I think I genuinely have like a tattooed glasses tan there because I don't even wear my glasses that often anymore, especially when I'm in the sun. I take them off or I have my contacts in because I don't want a glasses tan, and I've tried to undo it so many times. It doesn't work. I swear it doesn't work. Like, it's just permanent there. It's insane. I hate it. Oh, and then I go in under here with just like the residue to really get that like button nose. That really frustrates me, that little part of my nose. I promise you it does not look that bad in person. Anyways, cool. Oh, hello? Your forehead. I do go in with powder products on my forehead, and very lightly as well. Just kind of low-key my hairline, like my baby hairs. Right there. Sorry. Okay, now eyeshadow. This is my favorite part. This is the big guns. This is where it all comes together. I will also gel my brows when I'm done. Decided I'm gonna go a little bit lighter, darker, a little bit like lighter to dark, but I came up with this really good look for school. Like, it gives like Elena Gilbert, like fall it girl vibes. It's a little bit of a heavier eye. I don't know if I should do one eye with that or one eye with the other, but I'm gonna just kind of do a little bit of a lighter toned version of that. It looks harsh because there's glitter, like thick glitter. My glitter's thick. Anyways, okay, so I go in with this kind of brush. It's pretty flat vertically but like horizontally, and then vertically it's pretty thick. Not thick, but like bigger. I don't know. Okay, this is the shade. Well, nope, wrong thing. Nope, we're gonna start light. Okay, this is the Revolution palette in the palette True Icon. Yeah, the True Icon. Okay, we're gonna go in with a mix of like these two, the second and first shade. I'm gonna test them actually. Okay, we're gonna go in with this one, the second lightest shade. And we're gonna start from the inside to the out. Light. I need like a close-up here. Literally, and don't go all the way up here. I'll just follow. I don't know. You don't want it literally only in the crease of your eye. You want it a little bit above, otherwise you can't really see it when your eyes are not like, when your eyes are like that you can see it. When your eyes are like this, that's the only way you can see it. So drag it the tiniest bit up, okay? Okay, and now you don't need to worry about taking it too far. It's okay, it's gonna get covered. Okay, and then you're gonna go in, I'm gonna go in with the third darkest. Usually I would do this one into this one, the fourth. So just going like a shade lighter. It might end up turning into the dark shades, but I don't know. Okay, so you're going in with the third shade and start it kind of at the middle and work your way out. These are like an orange hue, by the way. Make sure you're getting it next to your lash line, not on your lash line, but like next to it, because you don't want just like a line of no eyeshadow. Okay, and then that's already really orange. And then you're gonna go in with the darkest shade on literally just the very end. Literally just right here. Kind of give yourself a wing with your shadow already. I call it a shadow wing. You can already see there's a wing starting there, and that's what you want. Now this one you can kind of bring up to your eye. Okay, you see where those hairs are coming in? That's where I would stop it, literally right here. And here you want to stop it right here. I don't know how descriptive that is for you guys, but I'm trying. It all kind of looks the same color, I know. So now you're gonna go in with this is the Beauty Creations Barely Nude 2 eyeshadow palette, and going with first, the color first. The thing is quite literally called Barely Nude 2. I'm pretty sure that's just the shade of it. And so going with first, and now this is practically on the outside of your eye already. You just want like a little ball of darker shade. Okay, somehow this still ended up being like a darker look. I don't know. Okay, and once you got however deep you want it, on this little end, you're going to continue that shadow and drag it down here. Flip your brush, whatever side you picked up the product on. For me, use this side. Flip it up and use the upside towards your lashes, because you don't want it too low on your eyelid. I don't know. And keep it as tight as you can to your lash line, your bottom lash line. Or you can actually go in with a completely different brush that's small and do that as well. Just bring it under with eyeshadow. It doesn't need to be eyeliner. Okay, there you go. You got your little line. And then you are gonna go ahead and go in with your lightest shade. I'm going to do the shade Time and go in. You don't have to do this, I like to do this, but go into the inside of your eye. This is why I was like, I'm barely even putting any highlighter right here, because this is glittery. One of these glittery that I'm gonna put on. Just blend it into the beginning of your eye and the tiniest bit down. Just like that, and it lightens it up. And then I'm gonna go in with the shade Naked, and it's a glitter one. I don't really put this one too much under, but that's how that one looks. And then I'm gonna do this on the other eye, but before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, the glitter, duh. I do gold glitter for this look. I have pink, I have like rose gold, I have like a darker pink, like a mauvey pink, but it is on the center of my eye and not too far up either. But this is what I feel like kind of gives it a more like full glammy vibe. So you could skip the glitter, you could do lighter colors. That's just like the gradient to follow. That's how you do a shadow line, eyeshadow, I don't know, shadow line, shadowing, that's what I meant. And yeah, you can go in with the white glitter, light glitter, it doesn't matter, but that's just the look I do. And then I'm gonna go in with brown eyeliner, but there you go. So I'm gonna do this on this side now. I like it better without the eyeliner like that. The eyeshadow like that. I'm gonna do a different eyeshadow look on this side. And yeah, that is I like this one better, but like fall-esque, fall girl kind of vibe. This definitely gives that, but it's definitely a heavier look versus this one. I mean, like going into school where it's still kind of summer, at least here. Anyways, okay, and now I'm gonna do my lips super quickly. But anyways, that is a completed look. My nose is bothering me because I don't like how there's stuff on my nose, but that is the completed look, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something, and yeah, okay, I will see you guys later. Bye. I hope you guys enjoy me actually coming out with new videos, actually sticking to my word. Okay, film 2 videos in one day. Who is this? Ooh. Okay, filming was never the issue, it was the editing. Okay, anyways, bye guys.